Over a dozen residents from 5 different families have been displaced following a structural fire on Simon Lamb Street in Belize City. The blaze began inside a room in this 2-story wooden apartment complex. Empress Williams was a tenant at the apartment. She was sitting in the yard when she noticed smoke coming from one of the rooms.
Well, I'm in the sit down outside and I smell the smoke. I see the smoke, but I say, well, a plastic they burn. So I don't pay no mind, but when the smoke get more intense, I say, but plastic can't burn their time because it was school across the street. So I hear my young lady and I say, Miss, you light any fire? She said no. And I said, well, I smell fire and they call for the back. So make we go check. Me and this young lady run, get up and go and check. By the time we reach, I say, oh, what room they on fire? I tell she, well, what room they on fire?
The fire quickly spread from that room and within minutes the entire building was engulfed in flames. St. Joseph's School is located directly across from where the fire was taking place. The school immediately sprung into action to safeguard the well-being of over 800 students and staff members. Everyone was evacuated from the school compound, which was being affected by a thick cloud of smoke. Classes were called off for the day. On the other side of the street, Williams was trying to secure her personal belongings and save the life of an elderly man who lived on the second floor.
I said the old man upstairs, so I can hear him, Mr. Martinez, the house of fire come out. By the time I say come out, I run downstairs, got take away. I could have been safe for myself. I put them on the sidewalk and they still burn because the police never want to make we go back and move the half of the sidewalk. None at all. I tell somebody else, well, the old man up there could bring her down because they can't walk. They need people for help and walk. So I tell her, could bring her down, make I save my things. And they say, okay, sure, no problem.
When we arrived on Simon Lamb Street at around 11:30 a.m., a throng of onlookers had gathered in the area. The fire truck that was on site ran out of water and had to leave to refill. For about 15 minutes, firefighters could not do anything without the fire truck present. They simply watched as the fire grew even larger. We met another resident standing at a safe distance with his children looking on as the inferno drew closer and closer to their 2-story concrete home.
I just see my spot there, my spot the lot of smoke. You check the lot of smoke and I feel like for say, the marijuana to get out of hand, but when I come out now, I said in the whole place, so check, my bad for the bad word, I said the whole place. I check and I smoke, or I tell my neighbor, they call them on there, and I saw me make it out and me picnic there, check, better life. Well, right now, it look like the second house you catch right now with the 4 vehicles in the yard, because I just boom with the area, check, like the battery and the friggin' thing there, the blow up, check.
The second home that caught fire is situated directly next to the apartment building where the fire began. The owner experienced water and fire damages to his home, but perhaps his greatest loss is the destruction of 3 vehicles, including a box truck he used to conduct his business. These burning vehicles, along with the butane tanks inside each apartment, were the source of constant explosion heard by onlookers.
I know a lot of reaction, kind of walk calm, man. All I do is take out my picnic there and I come out up on the side, come watch the flames, so check. Me can't do nothing, man. But me not really the panic or nothing like that, so check.
Yeah, but you're watching your house right
definitely,
now, so
definitely.
what are you thinking?
Well, if my house go birds, well, just that I can't nothing about the nature same way, but on the same time too, I pray for make that no catch.
Right. About 25 minutes after the fire began, it had already destroyed 2 homes, and its tentacles of destruction had reached the roof of a concrete structure on the adjacent street. Firefighters and police officers on the ground quickly dispatched to Nurse C Street in response.
I watched 3 houses got burnt. And, the police just stop and watch your house get burnt. Okay? Well, this is the 3rd house that is catching fire right now. This is the 3rd house.
The 3rd home was saved from complete destruction due to the efforts of fire and police personnel. In his attempt to save the 3rd house, one firefighter went into the smoking rooms with a t-shirt wrapped around his face. He was soon overwhelmed by the thick smoke. When the smoke had settled, we returned several hours later and spoke with Desiree Gordon. She told us that she has been a tenant at the apartment building for the past 7 months. She says she lost all her belongings to the fire and is at a complete loss as to where she and her children will go from here.
I have my whole house, whole things in the downstairs here. That my 3 rooms. So I had 3 rooms where one of my daughter may live in and I may have 2 where I make now 1. where the place me too small because I'm a single mother of 7. And then I have all of my kids in second, the reason why I there. And the other room I have my sofa, my rest of stuff, next room where I have put up. My data number, I have a phone at the time, but my data number 601 2027.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.